Hi everybody, this is Dominic from my little meditation hut in the Philippines, and this is the first of a series of videos I want to do on vocal pedagogy, with the audience being mainly the singers who I work with on a regular basis as a conductor, who are mostly of an amateur skill set. So these videos are a way for you to watch them. Hopefully they'll be short and you can apply them immediately in your practice. So in the summer of 2001, I got to witness a 72-year-old Richard Miller, who's one of the most famous vocal pedagogues, at Oberlin, and as part of his summer vocal pedagogy seminar. And it was just amazing. I mean, even at age 72, his voice was still incredibly fresh, flexible, elastic, strong sounding. And he attributed this all to the most important vocal exercise you can do, and that is the vocal onset exercise. Vocal onset is the point where we move from breath to sound. If you imagine the vocal folds between 3/4 of an inch to an inch in length, lying horizontally across the top of the trachea and the larynx, and as we move, as air passes through the vocal folds, we vary the space, the opening, which accounts for the ability to change pitch. It's kind of like, when you form your hands to make the sound of a loon and you blow through and you vary the opening. It's kind of like that on a basic level, except a million times more magical. If you ever get an opportunity to see the vocal folds under a laryngoscope, you'll see that they move in a wave-type pattern, and they're just vibrating. They're vibrating, at such a high rate. And you'll notice right now that I have this, I'm having problems using my voice because I am now experiencing a weakened vocal state, I would call it, because I haven't been singing, I haven't been talking, I've been mostly silent here in this little retreat center that I'm built for myself here. And I started doing vocal training again today, and I started with vocal onset, and I said, I'm experiencing all of the symptoms of a weak vocal onset right now, so what better time to do a video now that I can truly relate to what this feels like. And here's some more of the symptoms. So I was singing this morning, and I noticed I can't control my vibrato very well, and I'm noticing a wide vibrato because the muscles that are controlling the vocal folds aren't strong enough to keep the vocal folds strong and steady. And so there's a motion, because the vocal folds aren't able to stay steady in their vibration. The air is pushing them apart, which makes that extra wide vibrato. I'm noticing more of a breathy tone, which means that the vocal folds are not coming together cleanly in their formation. I'm noticing that as I'm singing long vocal lines, I feel my vocal folds buckling under the air pressure because they're just simply not strong enough to stay steady while air is passing through. I also noticed that my intonation is worse because I hear the intonation problems in my ear, but I'm not doing that purposely with my voice, which is super instructional for me as a conductor, working mostly with amateur singers, that it's not necessarily that they can't hear they're out of tune, but they lack the vocal strength in order to keep it in tune. So it's a matter for all of us, including me at this very moment, of getting back in vocal shape, no matter what your age is. So here are the exercises to get back in vocal shape. The first one is just one pitch, quarter notes, followed by eighth notes, triplets, and then you just hold the pitch. So it goes like this. Let me sit up here. You pick any vowel, and then you can start modifying the vowels later on. I'll just pick ah. Ah, 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 ah. So there should be a sense of ease, there should be a sense of no pushing at all, and of course you should feel just the pulsing in the low part of your body, what we call diaphragmatic breathing, what Daryl Edwards in Canada calls the WWF championship belt area. That is, you feel it fat in the front, and then it tapers off, and it's skinny at the sides and all around the back. awareness is absolutely crucial here. Richard Miller always says, you are your own best teacher. And that goes for singing or anything else. So awareness is key. As you sing, you're really paying attention to what you're feeling. Are the vocal folds coming together cleanly? E, e, e. They should just have a sense that they're not crashing together like e, e. They're not blowing apart like he, he. There's just a clean point at which the breath becomes sound. So that might take some time, especially if your voice is really out of shape, but you just got to really keep with this exercise. And you try doing this on other vowels. Ah, 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 e, 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 oh, 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 oh. Oh, you might have heard it. The very last note that I was singing, I lost control of the vibrato at the end, and it kind of spiraled out of control for a second there. So I'm noticing, I hear it in my ear, and I'm like, wow, I've really got to get my voice back in shape. And you know, it really doesn't take a lot of time. It really only takes 10 minutes a day, 3 minutes a day. Just do it in the shower. I also notice that as I do this, I want to clear my throat. And you'll notice during this video that I coughed a few times. Coughing is much better than clearing the throat. What's best is just swallow. Drink some water. As you may know, clearing the throat, that extremely abrasive incident, takes about 20 minutes for your vocal folds to relax again after that. So as much as possible, do not clear the throat. Learn to swallow, drink some water, and if you have to, cough. That's a lot better for you. So the second exercise is to do 4 or 5 note scales like this. E, e, oh. Weak vocal onset. I'm dealing with it. So let's try a little higher. Bear with me here. This is good for all of us. Or a 4-note scale. E, 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 oh. So that gets the vocal onset started really clean, and then you're using your breath to keep it moving through, to keep the sustain growing, and to build up strength as you move, as you're continuing to pass air through the vocal folds. So 4 or 5 note scales, you can vary the vowels, and then you can just make up your own exercises based on vocal onset. So here's one. I just made that up. So just vocal lines to experience the sustain, and then also moments where you stop and just pulse the note so you can really feel the vocal onset. So this is truly the most important vocal exercise for a long and healthy vocal life. Also great for people who do a lot of speaking as well. To do this exercise if you can do 10 or 20 minutes in the morning, you will save your vocal life. I used to do that every day when I was singing a lot and teaching a lot, because it just saves your voice. Your voice needs to be really strong and elastic. I know a lot of older voices, or just people who haven't been singing for a long time, who are desperately in need of this exercise. As you get older, this muscle gets weaker, and you get more breathiness, lack of control, wobbly, a wide vibrato, and you just can't control it anymore. And I'm noticing now that it really affects intonation. So that's my first vocal pedagogy video. I know it's a little bit kind of messy, but I just wanted to do it, get it out there. I hope you can learn and benefit from this video. Take care and have fun. Questions and comments below. Bye.